Good morning, class 7. So today I'm here with few of the answers as you have asked, as you have cast many doubts while we have discussed two chapters. Actually the second chapter is still ongoing. So but I have found you have asked me about different points. So today I thought to come up with the answers first to make the doubt clear for you, and then in my next video we will be proceeding with the second chapter what we were doing. So as because expressing everything on writing or to make you understand by writing the explanations in the chat box, it becomes very difficult. So I thought of preparing a video on the doubt clearance. So if you have any doubt from the upcoming classes, you can leave your doubt in the chat box, and when I will find there will be quite enough questions over there, I will make one doubt clearance video and will be answering your doubts. Okay, so the first question I can see here of Oyantik Shamanto. According to his question, he wants to know that if an object is violet in color, then how many colors will it reflect and how many colors do it absorb? So actually the thing is that as I told you that how does different objects looks of different colors. They something appears red, some appears white, some appears black. So as I told you that we can see the 7 colors. So the 7 colors are not the colors which are prominently, that is there is a prominent only a type of red. No. So as I told you, it is Vibgyor, Vibgyor, violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. So it is not like that there is a boundary of red and within that boundary the red is of single type of color. No, these all different colors are actually dependent on the wavelength. There is a particular wavelength of this Vibgyor. As because you are not having the concept of this wavelength, frequency or all these things, so I was not going deep inside it. So today also I will not go deep inside it, but you have to think like that. The red colors, the red, it starts from red, then it gradually turns itself to the orange. Okay, so the red gradually turns itself to orange. So within the red and the orange there are different shades of red and combination of orange which are having different wavelengths. Okay, so red, a particular color red also has different wavelengths. So for this, so if you are seeing any object of a color which is not exactly red, not exactly orange, there are so many colors, crimson red and sweet tangy orange or like that. So they all are having different wavelengths. So it is like that the object must be reflecting that particular wavelength, particular wavelength which is responsible for the color of that object. Now if I come to your question, if an object is violet in color, then how many colors will it reflect and how many colors do it absorb? So absorb. So you have asked about the particular color violet, and we are having the violet in the name of the VIBGYOR, V, the V for violet. So if one object is appearing violet in color, that means the object is reflecting back the violet color. It is absorbing all the rest of the 6 colors. That means after V, what we are having? IBGYOR. IBGYOR. 6 colors. Okay. So the object, if the object appears violet, then it must be absorbing all the 6 colors of the VIBGYOR. Only it is reflecting the violet color. Okay. So this is what Ayantik was asking me. Next I found Sharanya Laha. Okay, you have written, ma'am, I'm sending you the heat exercise in the pro forma of thermometer difference given by you. Please check. Thank you. So I will see what you have sent, but what you have written, you have sent me the heat exercise in the pro forma of thermometer difference. This sentence is not clear to me. Okay, I will see what you have sent and I will try to help you with that. Okay. The next one is Shuparna Karfa. Okay. Shuparna is writing in page number 95 in the blue box. A question came to my mind that is according to what is written in the box. If it is like this, then when thunderstorm occurred, then the earth would have completely boiled up. It is not like that. Why? And ma'am, I still now couldn't understand the activity 8.2. Okay, I will come to the activity once again. 8.2. It is difficult to force the paper ball into the bottle. Okay. Many of the students find it difficult to understand at the beginning, but you can try it at your home, but you have to do it very carefully. Otherwise it will mislead to a different conclusion. Okay. Please make it understand to me, ma'am. That's all about my question. Okay. So I'm coming to your first query. Let us find out what is written in page number 95 in the blue box. Okay. So just hold a little. Page number 95. Oh, okay. At the end of the chapter, hopefully. I hope I'm reading the right blue box. Did you know a bolt of lightning travels at a speed of more than 400? Okay, let me read it in a different way. So this is going to be 4 lakh kilometers per hour. It can heat the air around it to a temperature which is more than 4 times the temperature. Okay, more than 4 times the temperature of the surface of the sun. That is what makes lightning so dangerous. Yes, but what you have asked, I don't find that this has anything. This can bring that question. Okay, no problem. I will be answering it. Okay. Yes, this one. So you have asked me that a question came to my mind that is according to what is written in the box. If it is like that, that means when it can heat the air around it to a temperature which is more than 4 times the temperature of the surface of the sun. So you think that when a thunderstorm is taking place and the lightning is taking place, then the water bodies on the earth's surface, due to this high temperature, that could have evaporated. I hope you have written that. it completely boiled. Yes, could have evaporated, but it is not like that. You have to think it like this way. When the lightning takes place, it takes place high in the sky. Then when it hits any surface, if it falls on a tree, what happens to the tree? It burns, it dies because of that high temperature. So it is not like that when it will fall on the earth's surface that it will boil. The earth would have completely boiled. So it is not like that. After the lightning is taking place, it is traveling a good distance. So it is not like that whatever with what temperature the light, which temperature is causing the development of the lightning, that temperature is exactly not hitting the earth's surface. Okay, so this is your first answer. That's why it is written in the blue box. You find that it can hit the air around it to a temperature which is more than 4 times the temperature of the surface of the sun, and that's why the sound occurs. I have written in the definition of the thunder that how does thunder occurs, because of this sudden change in the temperature creates that high sound. Okay, so then it comes activity 8.2. okay, so now let me move to activity 8.2. So in that activity it was about the paper ball. Okay, so in activity 8.2, so for you I'm once again reading out the activity. Crumble a small piece of paper into a ball size smaller than the mouth of the empty bottle. So if you are having a bottle, I'm not having a bottle whose mouth is large enough. So if you are having a bottle of mouth of larger mouth area, diameter is good, big, so you have to put a crumbled paper ball inside it, how it is shown in the figure 8.3. Then you need to blow. See how it is demonstrated in the figure that you need to blow air over that crumbled piece of paper ball. When you will be doing that, actually what is happening, with the high speed of blown air, it is creating a partial vacuum over there. Or you can think that when you are blowing air with a very high speed inside the bottle, actually you are, with the high speed of blowing air, you are sweeping out the air present over there. So a high speed blown air, as we have found that it is accompanied by high speed blown air is accompanied by the reduced air pressure. So why this thing happens, actually I have already told it in my previous class. That means in the class when I was discussing this, that when we are blowing high speed wind, then actually we are sweeping out some amount of air from that region, creating a low density over there, and hence due to the low density the pressure at that region reduces, and in the nearhood or the nearby region, what happens, the pressure seems to becomes much larger. And this is the same thing what is happening over here when you are blowing air over the crumbled piece of paper. Then actually you are sweeping out some amount of air from there with the high speed blown air, and hence it is reducing the air pressure near the mouth of the bottle, and that's why the air which is present inside the bottle, that becomes, due to that, the pressure, the presence of air inside the bottle, each pressures becomes larger compared to the mouth of the bottle, and that is why with the larger pressure inside the bottle, that larger air pressure continuously try to push the crumble paper ball out of the mouth. That's why though you are blowing air inside the bottle, then also the crumble paper ball is unable to move inside the bottle because of the presence of high pressure inside the bottle. Okay, I hope now it will be a little clear to you. Okay, so it is done. Okay, Akash Ali, ma'am, I have to write all the subjects in physics and chemistry in a single line and biology in a practical copy. Look, Akash, as I only look after your physics portion, so I will advise you to, you can choose any copy. It is good to choose a practical copy. That means the left side page should be white and the right side page should be ruled, so that if you need to draw any figure, you can draw it on the white page and you can write all the theoretical portions in the ruled page. So for physics, I would prefer such kind of science copy. But if you are writing in a ruled copy on the both side, then also it is okay for this year, as we are all in some crisis, we are all passing some crisis period. So it is, I'm not pressurizing you, but scientifically it is good to maintain a science copy with one side white and one side ruled for the physics, as there are so many diagrams we need to draw and we need to clarify them. Along with the diagram, we need to write many the theories behind the scientific reasons, the theories behind them. So for chemistry and biology, your other teachers can advise you much well, but for physics, whatever copy you are maintaining, try to maintain a single copy. Don't mix up all the subjects in one copy. As you are at home, we are unable to check it right now, but if we will be meeting at some time during this year, so at that time it will be convenient for me as well as for you. I hope during the exams you can get all the physics portion at one place, and it will help you much more, and it will also help me to check it if I will get that much of time at that time. So try to maintain a single copy for physics, and I have told you about the scientific reason of choosing the copy. So now it's on you. Okay. Okay, so these are the questions what I found in my chat box, and I hope I could have helped you with your queries. And please do keep practicing your work. Don't feel bored at your home. Try to maintain the hygiene, stay safe, and study. Okay, because it will help you. Thank you.